Welcome. In this video, I'm out here once again with Mylo for phase 3 of service dog training. In the next just few days here, he's going to be going back home for 2 weeks as part of phase 3. Now here in this video, I'm going to be again really focusing in on task-specific training and again continuing the shaping process. And here I have out here the objects once again, from the glove to the pipe, going right up to a screwdriver. And so again, working this in, so that again, working off of his motivation, wanting him to be very motivated, but at the same time asserting influence to help to align these responses so that it's more direct, more consistent, and so that he's going to respond when needed by way of a demand. Again, taking form of a demand. But again, lots of reward in terms of, again, continuing to motivate him to respond. Now here also I have the chair out here, so I'm going to be using that in terms of, again, getting him in terms of responding to assist, in terms of helping to support the individual certain ways. And so, again, I'm talking this way, I don't actually use the command. So here's the command, I want him to respond forward. So here, I'm also going to be going myself, laying down on the floor area here a little bit, getting down on my knees, and again, really line this up. A part of the shaping too, with the assist to support type of command, is I'm going to be kind of moving him in closer to me. So I'm going to be kind of nudging him in with my hand. I want him very close in to help to, again, line it up so that he's right there, he's right very close to his owner in terms of helping to lift up. Because again, if he kind of goes out, a little bit too much, it makes it very awkward. So here, this is about really making very close in. So I'm doing certain things again as he's responding to help to shape this more and more. So again, I'm going to be starting with the objects exercise like I've done on prior videos. And again, moving again, he wants to really take a hold, especially the glove wants to shake it and go on. So really making sure that he's not expressing a high level of control over the objects, but at the same time making sure I'm bringing influence online to help to make sure I'm starting to adjust his thinking somewhat so that he's not putting too much control on things, too much pressure through his mouth, so I'll be holding his mouth at times. But again, giving him reward at those moments to help kind of line things up. So again, I'm going to move to the glove here first. Get. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy. Out. Good boy, good boy. Get. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Sit. Good boy. Out. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Get. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Sit. A little more independent here. Out. Good boy, good boy. So same thing, working off it, making sure he's nice and motivated. But again, firming up the sit position and getting him to stabilize more. Get. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Sit. Out. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Lots of praise for that. Really working the praise. Making this a fun exercise. But again, I'm interfering with his ability to, if you watch his body there, really wanting to shake the object. Okay, so same thing. I'm just making certain adjustments to make sure that he's highly motivated, but also making sure he's taking things in a more controlled way. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Out. Good boy. Get. Good boy, good boy. Out. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Same thing. Get. Good boy, good boy. Out. Good boy. That was great. Really, really good. Notice I'm still tapping the so same thing. If he's moving, I'm moving with him. I'm still aware of how his mind's kind of moving. Moving this way. I'll move this over back here a little bit so you can see it on camera. And this is the remote. I'm moving back a little bit. Get it. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Really good. Get it. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Out. Good boy. pressure here. Get it, get it. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Out. Good boy, good boy. One more time. Get it, get it. Good boy, sit. Good boy, out, out, good boy. Now finally, the screwdriver. Get it, good boy, out, good boy. Get it, good boy, good boy, good boy, out, good boy, good boy. So there, you're really good. Notice he kind of took the back off of that remote back there a little bit. That thing is pretty flimsy and cheap anyway, but still, you know, adjusting the pressure on his mouth. That's the whole thing about, you know, getting him to gently lift things up. So you see me asserting influence through the leash as it has a hold of things to, again, get him to release a little more quickly. So he's doing better and better all the time. Again, this is a shaping type exercise, so this is why I use things that I don't care about, okay, to help line it up so that when he gets to a point of being, you know, fully up to a standard, it's going to be consistent with how he takes a hold of things in a more gentle way and pass them over to his owner. Again, this is where, again, you can tell from, again, when you start to motivate a dog, you almost like allow them to express too much control to really get them, you know, get them motivated. Let them trophy a little bit. So there's a part of this where, you know, you want to get the desire up first before you start to apply the brakes a little bit, okay? Start to make certain adjustments of what I call shaping through responses. And this is where influence is part of the equation. So here, in the next step, I'm going to be, again, doing a, for him to assist in terms of support and, again, going to various positions. But again, you see me kind of moving him over, trying to get him right next to me in terms of making sure that it's lining up so he can support in a very controlled way, and so he's not going to make it kind of awkward. So I'm going to be moving him certain ways. So same thing, I'll move with him here. Really good. Sit. I'm going to lay down here a little bit, or at least go into a kneeling position. Down. So here when you do this type of thing too, you know, there's you know, we have to kind of think about, you know, when the owner was to, you know, to fall down. If she falls first, you know, what, you know, how, you know, you want to get him to kind of come alongside and go down from there, or he's in a sit position. So kind of mixing it up a little bit, so that you're kind of working in certain types of scenarios, certain types of, you know, of ways in which things kind of happen. And so you're trying to mimic real life as much as you can as you do this. So again, even from here, again, is how I'm starting to put weight on him. Stand. Good boy, good boy. Now he's power lifting there off the floor. Now see, I'm going to bring him in here a little bit. See, right next to me, tapping the leash at the same time. Boy. Now I'm pushing hard. Good boy. I push, you know, pushing really hard. But again, being a pit bull, okay, I mean, he's got the body structure so he can really help with that. So, but he's starting to power lift off the floor here now a little bit. So starting to go straight up more and more. I'm going to do this again. Down. So I'm going to move him over next to me here. I'm going to tap him to line him up. Start to push here a little bit. Stand. Good boy. Yeah, I'm going to put him, kind of bring him into. See, he wants to lick there. So understand when I start to do this, right, that licking response behavior is part of the whole thing with emotion and stuff. But here I got to control, make sure he's thinking right. Good boy. Start to push. Hover here for a minute, because I could be having some difficulty, you know. And then I'm going to move here. I notice I'm going to bring him in tight to me here. I'm going to move him in here a little bit. didn't trigger a different response. He's still staying up like he needs to. And I want him to pace me really well, so this is pretty good right here. Good boy. And there's moments here just really taking my time. So I can hover right here because this is the thing about you don't know how long, you know, you might need support. You might be really struggling here to get up and then from a certain point and get over to a chair. So here I'm going to bring myself over to a chair. And I'm going to move him a little bit here. So notice I'm marking him here. I'm going to make him adjust for me. So I can now bring him over. Sit down. That was really good. Okay. Very happy with that. Even here, notice I'm not going to let him sniff the floor. I had other dogs in here this morning for training. And so, of course, he's wanting to, you know, invest with his nose and, you know, more directly check out, you know, identify, you know, the dog. So here, I'm interfering with that. I don't want him, saying I'm tapping. Because the messaging is, I own everything, okay? It doesn't matter. You want him to get used to, because I need him to stay focused on me. It doesn't mean he has to be looking even up at me, but I want him relaxed, okay? I don't want him, investing like that. So see, I'm tapping, got his attention, because I don't want him saying, the messaging is, hey, stay ready here, because I'm going to need your help again. Okay, I don't want you, focusing that way. I'm going to need your help. I need your support. And so, I'm nudging him out of that. But ahead of time. See right here. See, you just see him working his nose. I'm going to tap him some more. And see right there, his nose stopped. Moving a little more. You need to see it wiggling. Okay, just tapping. Because I already know where I'm at in the relationship here, what I need to do with him. That's why I'm really going to kind of interfere with some of this. See, I want him, so if I have to keep him, so I'm just really messaging him to say, hey, no, don't, you need to just relax. You need to stay focused on me. Don't be investing. Now, I'm going to go from here, same thing as the assistive support in a second, getting his mind ready. See, here's the thing, keep my hand down really close right here. And then if I have to move a little bit to generate a response, to shape it, I can do that. But my idea is to get him to go straight up. And start to put pressure on him. Stand. Good boy. Now, see, I'm going to move him in here. See, I'm shaping this. I just moved him. Pushing. About to get up. Oh, well, I forgot to get the tip out of my pocket. We're at a restaurant, so, better get that done here. Stand. Stand. I'm ready to go again. Bring him back. Okay. Guess I'll stand up. Good boy. Now right here, I'm going to, again, bring him in nice and tight. See, right here, I want him right by my leg. Okay, good boy. Now before, that would have generated a different response. But he's staying firm, okay, in his response, staying more solid, so I can adjust him, get him closer to me as I'm tapping a little bit, because I want him nice and tight in here. So see, right there, he went into it's about to go into a different response, and I reversed it, got it back on course. Good boy. Good boy. But see how I'm keeping him really close in here? He's touching me now, okay? He's actually, his body's against mine, because again, this lines up, gives me more support. This is lining up better. Good boy. Really good. Want him to pace me. Sit. Stand. Good boy, good boy. Straight up. I'm gonna do a few of these. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Stand. Good boy, 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 good boy. Stand. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Notice I'm pushing, okay, on his rear quarters, which would prior to generate a different response, right? So he knows, he's starting to understand that, no, I want him to remain solid until I do something different. Here, what I'm doing here with him, man, I'll explain what I'm doing here in a moment. What I'm doing there, right there, was I was making a little adjustment with, even with the leash pressure, generating a sit. So I didn't want him to be too sensitive to that, so I'm even kind of adjusting that a little bit too, for him to remain even more solid. So, you know, because again, it's about defaulting into a sit, okay, through how you're using the leash, but I want him more and more until I actually verbally tell him to sit. I want him to remain more solid into the response that I want. But again, I'll say he's doing really, really good. That gives you some insight into the shaping process, you know, how to kind of make certain adjustments. You know, it's all about alignment, and now you see kind of what I'm focusing on, again, as he's getting better with just the basics. I'm starting to move him over really, really close